Sit back and relax on the coaching couch.
Hello, everybody. It's Yvonne, Lorraine with the Coaching Couch, and I am here today and want to introduce to you my guest, Sharon.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Sharon Taylor, founder and CEO of the Business Vision and Development Center, and so glad to be on the coaching couch with Yvonne Lorraine. What are we talking about today, Yvonne?
Ooh, it's one of our favorite topics, probably, Sharon. You should get a kick out of this one. The title of it is Speak and Act as If. Let me say that one more time. Speak and act as if. And somebody may be wondering, speak and act as if what? Well, speak
Girl,
and
this
act.
is my favorite topic. Go ahead. I'm a lay back.
Look, I was going to say, Sharon, just go ahead. I'm going to say, speak and act as if what, Sharon?
As if you already are what you desire to be. As if you
Amen.
already have whatever it is that you desire.
That's right. As if it is already done. For real. So the reason why this was such an important topic, Sharon, because there are a lot of things going on in our world today, and a lot of it is negative, and it overshadows a lot of the positive. So I thought it'd be important for us to talk about why it's important for us to know that we have to speak and act as if the thing that we believe in God for, the thing that we're praying about, the dream that we had, the desires in our heart, we have to speak and act as if those things are truly already done. Because just focusing on our today and right now will can be a distraction, in so many different ways if we don't continue to make sure that we're in alignment with what we believe is supposed to happen.
And Yvonne, thinking and acting as if, and I want to kind of break it down in a little bit of layman terms, like, because I do it all the time. And it's sort of like when you were a child and you may pretend you were something or you had something. And the
Mm-hmm.
feeling, because it has to have a feeling
Yes.
with it, the feeling that it's so real that no one can tell you otherwise. And a lot of my life, because I'm a creative mentally, I live in a creative space as thinking and acting as if. So it's a little easier for me. But, people who are more logical, they may have a little difficulty doing make believe and then also having the feeling like it's true.
You're right, Sharon. And I know initially when we first spoke about it, like you said, it was definitely easier for you. And I think for myself, I had to go back to thinking about what was it like when I used to imagine things, because as adults, we definitely can get away from imagining anything. It's
Right.
like all we deal with is what's happening in our face right now, for real. But it's important to be able to think back about when you imagine, like you said, to help somebody to kind of connect to that. If you're imagining that you're going to be a millionaire, okay? Well, if you're imagining that, okay, you may think about it as if you're going to think on that, and the act on that is really working towards it as well.
Yes. Yes.
Because sometimes people get a little twisted up in the fact that there's still a process to take place. Yes, when I speak about the jet, I know that jet is here. It just has not manifested in my space, my personal space, but it is on its way. So I continue to do the work until I am blessed with that jet. right? But when you hear me talk about that jet, Sharon, and I say we got to be flying all across the world, I ain't saying, one day we probably gonna need to get a jet. No, Sharon, the jet is on the way. We going because we got work to do.
That's right. All we need to do is walk up to it.
That's
All
right.
we have to do is walk up to it. And you're right, Yvonne. Everything, every dream, every thought, you have to have faith, belief, and action.
Yes.
You
Those are the
have
three
to
P's.
do your part, and you have to move as if. We have to, like Yvonne said, when she talks about her jet, I'm already thinking where we going, where I'm gonna sit, what luggage. I ain't got to worry about luggage. She got a jet. I got clothes wherever we go. It's a whole thought process that I connect with moving, living as if.
Yes. I like that, Sharon. Moving and living as if. So for those of you who, because sometimes I think people, like being a creative is a lot easier, like you said, Sharon. But for those who have to see it to believe it, type of thing, I don't know. That's a different thought process for real. And I think it's going to be much harder for a person who has to actually see it to believe it. But that's even the same thing about our faith, Sharon. When we think about that, some people they don't believe it until they see it for real. So that's a whole nother discussion for real. But today we talking about for those of you all who want to be able to speak and act as if it is already done. And what else that does for you, because like Sharon said, it's all about the feeling. So if you want to feel excited and you want to feel excited about the thing that you're expecting and you want to operate in expecting those things to come and manifest. And one thing, I have a very dear friend who always says, wake up expecting each and every day, Sharon. Every day you should be expecting, right? So
Greatness.
Expecting to me is a type of thinking as if.
Yes. You know my list, God. I'm expecting. I'm doing the work. I'm committed to it. I believe it before I see it. And I know it's right there.
Yes. And I don't think that that's hard to latch on to for anybody, but you do have to operate in the space of faith and at the minimal of imagination, of imagining what it is that you want, what it is that you desire. And maybe for some, Sharon, just to bring it back even more than that, you have to first identify what it is that you do want. Because you might have a hard time thinking and acting as if, because you don't know what your as if is. Just saying. So you might need to take a little time. Just take a little time. And Sharon, believe it or not, a lot of people, I'm going to put that in that identity crisis area. A lot of people have identity crisis for real. And because they have not taken the time to identify with who they are today, right now. Some people still holding on to things from 100 years ago. They're not even that same person anymore, still holding on to it. So, I think people have to identify with their identity also, and then identify with what it is that you do want so that you can be thinking and acting as if, or that you can have the faith and you can execute, you can do the work, So I just want to throw that out there for some people as well. You'd like to share, Sharon?
I am in total agreement with all that you said, and I am in the space of acting as if. And so, yeah, you're right. Everything you said. And then I just wanted to say that there are people who, and you were talking about the identity thing, grew up never daydreaming, never thinking anything great was possible for them. And so it's very difficult for them to transition to thinking as if. But I suggest that you reach out to Yvonne, start chipping away at it so that you can see the joy and infinite possibilities that life has for you.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm a
Thank-
end on that note.
Well, I thank you so much, Sharon, and I thank our listeners. And the hope is that somebody who may have, felt a little down, maybe things not happening, not looking like you want, but remember, it's all in how what you're going to bring to the table. So you have to think and act as if it's already done. You don't worry about what other people have said. You don't worry about the timing. You thought it should have already been done, but it's not. That's not important either. You continue to do the work and do your part. It shall come. So thank you, Sharon. I want to thank the Business Vision Development Center for allowing me to host the Coaching Couch. Sharon, thank you so very much. I am Yvonne Lorraine with Innovative Visions. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at I am Yvonne Lorraine. And I'm always to be found with Sharon
On YouTube, on our YouTube channel, the Business Vision and Development Center. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Bye.
Like, share, and subscribe.